Hello, good evening, Anushka. Good evening, Ankit. I'm good. How are you? Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you.
So we can start with your quick introduction.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for having me. My name is Arsh. I have total 5.8 years of working experience in Power BI. I have worked on various fields like sales, insurance, banking, HR, and I'm currently working. My last project was into medical domain, and in Power BI, I'm highly skilled in using Power BI for data visualization analysis. So this include creating interactive report, dashboard, connecting to various data sources, including SQL database, and implementing complex data transformation and calculation using DEX. And for SQL, I have a deep understanding of SQL, including complex query optimization technique and database designing principle. And if you talk about my last project, my currently my last project was basically for the Netherlands-based client called Netus. So they were into manufacturing of medical equipment. So they are into specifically into neuro and sensory. So we had built a analytical solution that can give insight about the product performance, like licensing of software, risk analysis, performance analysis. And for the mode, I have used import mode, and source was SQL, Jira, and GitHub. And for the KPI, I was like we were showing high, medium, low performance for Black Duck and Coverity. So Black Duck and Coverity were the two software there where like all the day like whatever their product was, all the product performance was coming into the Black Duck and Coverity. So that performance we were showing into the dashboard, like through the bar chart. And for the Jira, I was using the trend chart, or like a weekly based data, and the slicer we were using there for the filtering out the week or the days, years.
Okay. So where is your current location?
I'm Pune.
Can you let me know the concept of composite models in Power BI?
Composite mode is where you use the direct query and import mode both. So where you have multiple data sources. So for the then you can use the dual mode there. So it is it is required a premium feature, like it is mixed for import and direct query mode. So it does enable combine the real time data to the direct query and catches the import mode as well, like import data as well. So that's called composite mode. Like for like if you have to fetch out the data from the sales data from the SQL server, so you can use the direct query for the real time data update. And for the historical data, we can use Excel from the import mode for the better performances.
Mhm. What is star schema and why it is preferred in data warehousing?
Star schema, whereas the fact table is connected to the dimension table, that is the that is the star schema. And this is the most commonly used schema into the Power BI. Mostly we use the star schema only, so this is very effective, and it will not create a data redundancy in future. And it will help like it will not create any complexity in future. And it will like useful the performance optimization as well.
Okay. And how do you implement row level security in Power BI?
Row level security we can implement like two ways: a static way and a dynamic way. Row level security, where you want to restrict the data according to the user, like user wise, you some chunk of data will use this like if you have a road north, east, west, south region. So according to that, you have to restrict the data according to the user region wise. So for that, you use the row level security. So we can use this for two types, like we can implement at two types, like a static level and the dynamic level. Into the static level, it filter the manually applied to restrict the data for a specific user. For example, region is equal to north, so it will restrict the data for the north only. And then only user assigned for the north role will be see the north region data. And for the dynamic user, we'll use the user principal or username or file data dynamically based on the logged in user. For example, email is equal to user principal name. That way we use a dynamic user so that will ensure that the user see only their own database on their email.
Okay. Can you explain the concept of aggregation tables?
Aggregation tables are there where you have to apply like query performance, pre-summarized data set, like reducing amount of the data that Power BI need to proceed. Like it like we can work on the like how aggregation table work, like pre-aggregated table or automatically switches. Like pre-aggregated table stores summarized data, for example total sales by months instead of detailed transactions. And it will help, like Power BI automatically switches between the detailed table, fact table, and the pre-aggregated table for the faster queries. And then will like it can be it has a type like implicated aggregation, like Power BI automatically detect when to use aggregated table or explicit aggregation. It provide a define the relationship and using the manage aggregation there.
Mhm.
So like it
Uh,
helps.
yeah. Please share your screen. I have a SQL query question in the chat box.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Write a SQL query to find the top 5 categories based on the rolling average of total sales over the last 30 days. Like we can
Okay.
use average sum total sales over for the rolling 30 days average.
I think we can move ahead for the next round. Anushka will get back to you.
Sure, sure.
Okay, have a great day.
Thank you, Ankit. Thank you so much.